Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including a new Google TV device coming. At least a new remote is being confirmed by some source code on it. But I'm hearing that this may be paired with a new Google TV streamer. We'll break down everything we know about it. Twitch is also making changes to its streaming service, removing a bunch of highlighted content. And the Roku channel is now larger than Tubi and Pluto TV. These stories and a whole lot more coming up in a quick second. First though, if you want to learn more about any of these stories, I'll put a link to each one in the show notes and in the first pinned comment so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button or hitting that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, and hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. All right, let's dive into it. So, AFTV News, by the way, great site. Elias does an amazing job over there. Spotted some new code for Google TV software. Now with this, it's got a new backlight mode settings appearing for a new powerful remote. That seems like Google TV is working on. I'll get to the new Google TV streamer here in a second. AFTV News says that there's 3 new modes in here, which will allow the Google TV remote to have a backlight turned on for never. Standard, which will illuminate the backlight for 5 seconds whenever a button is pressed, or scheduled mode, which works like a standard mode but only between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m., where the remote's lights only turn on during the night hours when it's dark outside. So with this, this is likely one of 2 things. A new part of a new streaming player that's coming out, and I've heard some rumors percolating about that. And also possibly a Pro remote where you'll be able to buy an upgraded remote for your Google Chromecast or your Google TV 4K streamer. Now already some remotes like the new Walmart On Pro streaming player has a backlit remote already, but it seems like more are coming. I do believe that Google is working, or some of their subsidiaries, maybe Walmart here, is working on a new upgraded version of the Google TV streaming player as they work really hard to try to buy into the Google stream or into the world of streaming with the Google TV line of products. A new one with upgraded remote will take on Roku and Amazon, who both have upgraded Pro versions of the remotes with new features, backlit on the Roku and others out there that allow new features. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I do think we will see from somebody a new Google TV super powerful one with improved remote. I think that's why Google's doing this, but I also would not be surprised to see a standalone upgradable remote where you can buy it and add it to your existing Google TV streamer. When this will happen, we don't know. Often these things appear in code months or sometimes years before they actually hit the market, but it is a good sign that they are busy working on a new streaming player at the moment from Google, or at least a new remote. All right, next up, Twitch is slashing content creators' archives with a new 100-hour storage cap on highlights. Now, Twitch already has limits on clips and video on demand, recordings of old live streams. Now, highlights were something that creators could upload and save and keep a little bit of their history, like key moments and different things that happened in their streaming history. Now, on April 19th, creators will see any content over 100 hours that's older removed, and new creators with don't have 100 hours of highlights are going to see their content automatically being removed in the future, or excuse me, automatically right now not be able to create more than 100 hours of content on that. Twitch has long been rumored to want to be in the world of YouTube with on-demand content. I don't think this is happening with this change. This seems more like a cost-cutting measure where Twitch is saying, hey, we're storing all this content people aren't really watching, aren't really using. It's costing us money, so we're going to just go and cancel and remove all this so we don't have to pay for storage. Video storage is very expensive. Even with Amazon storage systems, it adds up over time. I'm sure this is going to save Twitch a lot of money by making this change. For content creators, they're not going to hustle to maybe move this content over to YouTube. Try to grow a presence on YouTube or other similar streaming services. We'll keep an eye on it. Next up, the Roku channel, now according to a report from Nielsen, is now larger than Pluto TV and Tubi. Now with this, over 2% of all streaming activity now happens on the Roku channel. That's more than Tubi's 1.7% and Pluto TV's 0.9% with this. Now, this is the first time I believe in recent memory, tell me if I'm wrong, that according to the Nielsen's Gauge report, that the Roku channel has jumped Tubi to become the #1 free ad-supported streaming service in its category. Now, you also have YouTube, which is obviously bigger, but I put that in a slightly different user-generated content versus a service like Pluto, the Roku channel, and Tubi. I just put them in slightly different buckets there. But this comes as Tubi in February, so we'll have to wait until next month to find out the numbers, aired the Super Bowl, and I think that's probably going to help Tubi jump back up into the #1 position. The question is, in the long run, YouTube TV's been investing heavily into the amount of content they've seen with exclusive deals. We just did a video not that long ago on it, where they've been developing and growing their free ad-supported content that are exclusive to the Roku channel, including a partnership with Bassmaster to be the exclusive home for that. Sunday morning, I should say, MLB games and other content exclusively on the Roku channel has helped the Roku channel expand, and support from other devices like Fire TV and the like sees it out there. Leave me a comment. What's your favorite? The Roku channel, Tubi, or Pluto TV? Or some other? Plex, Local Now, Zumo, and others are great options. Leave me a comment. Let me know what's your favorite free ad-supported streaming service on the market. Next story up, Amazon is taking over control of the James Bond franchise. Now, Amazon's MGM Studios announced on Thursday they've assumed creative control of the James Bond series, a move that's set ripples and shock through the industry. Now, with this, they had initially been independently run with Michael J. Wilson and Barbara. I apologize. I'm not sure I'll say your name, dyslexic moment, have been running and producing and guardians of the 007 Bond legacy with this. Now, though, Amazon is taking more direct control over the franchise and will have a big say in who's the next James Bond and what that looks like. No real disclosure of why they're making this change, but Amazon is looking at it saying this is one of our most valuable franchises we own now through MGM Studios and have control. And because of that, they want more direct control of it. And for over 60 years now, James Bond has been one of the most iconic film franchises. And the next Bond and the next version of it's going to have a big impact on the future and longevity of this franchise. Something that Amazon seems to be working very hard to make sure that they are careful how it's implemented. We'll keep a close eye on this, but what do you think? Amazon taking over James Bond in more of a direct way? Does that scare you or excite you? Leave me a comment. Speaking of free ad-supported streaming services, Plex, by the way, great free streaming service that not a lot of people pay enough attention to, added 20 new channels with a lot of content from NBC Universal and A&E networks, including things like SNL Vault, Dateline 24/7, Bravo Vault, NBC Golf Pass, NBC Sports Now, Storage Wars by A&E, and other content is now streaming for free through the Plex 24/7. Comes as Plex has been consistently adding more content, slowly growing their lineup, and expanding the products that they offer. Keep a close eye on Plex and others. The free ad-supported streaming area is one of the fastest growing right now in the world of cord cutting. Keep an eye on it. There's a big push back and forth on this. Next up, AT&T is offering a new bill share program that allows you to split your bill between multiple people, where AT&T will individually bill each of you. Instead of forcing you, for example, you got some roommates, family members, whoever you may be sharing a plan with, where you have to every month bug them to remind them to pay you back for the bill. Now you'll be able to bill this through split pay, they call it, through AT&T, where you all sign up jointly, but you each get billed individually. Now, I actually think this is great. I hope they bring this to AT&T Fiber. Right now, it seems to be focused on wireless. But I know a lot of roommates, for example, will get an home internet service and all split it, right? You all give $20 or $15 or whatever it may be, depending on how many people live with you. I think this would be great. I hope more companies do this because it is nice. I remember having roommates and they all say, hey, water bill's here, everybody split this 3 ways or 4 ways or whatever it may be. Having this split through AT&T directly is a nice feature. We'll have to see it. And let me know, do you do that? Is this helpful? Will this maybe push you to AT&T? Let me know. Comcast, our next story up, is expanding its network to over 50,000 new homes and businesses. Now this is happening in Maryland, but it's part of a bigger push for Comcast to expand its network into more rural areas. I talked a little bit about this with Spectrum. We talked about them putting like $7 billion into this. Comcast didn't disclose how much they're spending, but they are spending heavily to expand into more areas. As subscribers drop for internet and TV, impacting both Spectrum and Comcast, they're hoping by growing into new markets, investing there, that they'll help grow their business and drive up subscriber numbers. Will it be enough to offset the current losses? We'll see. But there are many markets like this one where they can add 50,000 new people who are currently underserved with high-speed internet and help grow their markets, grow their subscriber base, and attract new customers. We'll keep a close eye on it, but I love it. More competition, more options for people are good for cord cutting. So I'm happy to see Comcast expanding their broadband services to new markets. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be back again on Monday with another video, but we'll have some special videos this weekend. Until then, take care, be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.